What does it mean for SaaS if anyone can make custom software overnight? This is interesting. So Lovable just raised an additional $200 million. I'm going to cover it a bit later in the live, but it's a vibe coding application. So I saw the other day, Riley's a kind of content creator in the AI space. He went ahead and he basically vibe coded a basic version of Lovable in about an hour and was able to create something that does the basic functionality of Lovable. Again, Lovable has raised hundreds of millions of dollars, but sorry, it's a street sweeper outside, hundreds of millions of dollars recently, but Riley was able to create a basic version of it in about an hour using Cursor. So it does bring up this question of what value do SaaS have anymore when somebody can create their own version of a tool very quickly? I think what will tend to happen, I think what's going to happen, and this is the same for ChatGPT wrappers, it's the same for vibe coded SaaS. You have to remember that most people, most customers out there will not have the idea to do this. They will not think, oh, I could just spin up a new piece of software myself. That requires a certain mindset to even get to that idea. For the people who do have that idea, only a small subset are going to have the skills to be able to do it properly and the time. And then even for those people who have the skills and the time to get it done, a lot of people will just pay the money, especially if it means it doesn't become their full-time job. So if I am a business owner, I'm going to be happy to pay $30, $100, $500 a month, or whatever it is, to a company to run a SaaS for me. And I just pay the monthly fee. That means that I'm not the one who is responsible for keeping that tool up to date. I'm not the one responsible for making sure it works all the time. And I can just get on with my own work. So yes, companies are going to be able to spin up their own software, but that moves the responsibility onto them. And instead, we could just pay $30, $50 a month to a SaaS company in order to get that done. What it does mean, though, is that there's going to be a lot of competition between those SaaS companies because most people can now spin up a piece of software which can replicate the functionality of something else. So, for example, I use Hayform for my forms when I want to send out a survey. And I'm paying, it's not much, I want to say $30 a month or something like that. That is now something that I could just create myself and not pay that $30 a month. So it becomes a calculus of whether or not that is worthwhile for me to do as a business owner. Right now, no, not really. But as the tools become easier and easier to use, maybe that will be the case. So for SaaS, it means high risk from two different dimensions. One is demand, because demand is going to decrease because your customers can create their own software. And the other is from supply, because now many more competitors can enter the market with you and create their own version of your tool. They can duplicate it very quickly as well if you come up with something unique. So it's going to squeeze SaaS providers from both sides. Lower demand because the clients can build their own, and higher supply because anyone can now vibe code a version of your software. So it's a scary place to be. Your moat comes from distribution. So that's what something like Lovable has right now. Because Lovable moved very quickly and they've raised a lot of money, they can spend money on marketing and they can get a lot of users in, impress users, and then lock them in as loyal customers moving forward. So I think there is a first mover advantage. I think there's a cash advantage if you have investment. And I think distribution via content, via being known is going to be really important as well. So if you look at an AI tool directory, you will see many pieces of software that are defunct or dead for whatever reason. So I know the exact reason, because there's not enough demand, because lots of people are building, but they don't know how to market. So I think that is now the key factor moving forward, is knowing how to market, knowing how to distribute. And Greg Eisenberg talks about this a lot, saying the 80-20 now is not, it used to be you needed technical builders. So people were always looking for technical co-founders. That is no longer the case anymore, because anyone can be the technical co-founder because of vibe coding. So instead, distribution and marketing is going to be important. So 80-20 is marketing and building, which I know for a lot of engineers, for a lot of builders, is a scary idea, but it means the marketers and the distributors are more and more valuable because, yeah, there's an oversupply. A is saying, my AI shovel will be an AI marketing agent for other startups to build distribution. Honestly, not a bad idea. So you can go, what I would do, you can go to the AI tool directories. You can go to oh God, what's called Product Hunt. And you can see all of the new AI tools are releasing or about to release, and you can contact them all and say, hey, I can help you with distribution. So I'm actually in a group, a WhatsApp group with most of the, yeah, nearly all of the big creators, AI creators on TikTok and Instagram. And we're looking at doing something similar at the moment, like helping with distribution, because we have a combined reach of, I think, about 5 million people. So distribution, if you can provide distribution to people making AI tools, if you can provide marketing assistance, if you can help them go to market, I think that's a really good place to be, because there is going to be a massive demand because more people are going to be building. But yeah, in a gold rush, sell shovels. It's not the worst thing to do.